increase your odds of securing a second interview, the checklist. As you go through these things, ask yourself, are you portraying them at the highest level? Some of these things may seem obvious, but can also be taken for granted. Or sometimes we develop bad habits and feel that others will be flexible. All of these are important and cannot be sacrificed. They must all be done meticulously. So let's get started. The first element on our checklist is to show up on time and look the part. There are no exceptions to this rule. As far as being on time, that means showing up 15 minutes ahead of time. I realize that there can be an accident on the road or a chance you might get lost. Then leave early. Late is a bad impression, even if you're calling to say that you're late. An employer is going to think that this is representative of your performance, that you are already starting with excuses. You don't want to be using excuses before you start the job. As far as your overall look, conservative, clean, neat, look your best. It doesn't matter what level for which you're applying within a company. Dress like the president. You want to impress your interviewer. Even if the position is an entry-level position, if you are interviewing, you want to be remembered. And someone who is taking the extra time to match their outfit, press their shirt, shine their shoes, or portray a clean and manageable hairstyle will not go unnoticed. If you're challenged by what to wear or how to look, ask a mentor, someone who dresses meticulously, who portrays the ultimate career. As a side note, with regard to suit, blue or dark gray for men or a dark suit for women are optimal choices. To summarize, be on time, that means 15 minutes early, and wear your Sunday best, regardless of the position for which you have applied or what anyone else tells you. This tells the interviewer that you want the job. Number 2, bring 3 copies of your resume. It doesn't matter what level of job for which you're interviewing. Your goal is to present value. Your goal is to look prepared. You should always have extra copies of your resume. There should never be a time that the interviewer asks for a copy and you respond by saying, "I already sent you a resume," or "I didn't bring an extra copy." The interviewer may not have your resume readily available. When you have several copies available, it shows attention to detail, being meticulous, that you are worth what you are asking. The little things may get overlooked when you're prepared, but often remembered when you're ill-prepared. Number 3, take notes. A surefire way to set yourself apart from the competition is to take notes. So many people for which I coach will say, "Take notes?" But I don't want to look disinterested. And I respond in this manner. I understand what you're saying, but it's actually the opposite that's true. For example, in customer service, when a customer has a problem, what does the customer expect? For the employee to take notes. When you're out on a sales call, what does the potential customer expect? That you take notes. There isn't any way to remember all that you're told. There isn't any way for you to capitalize on this information without first writing it down. You must take notes. I had a situation where I interviewed someone for a position. She came into the interview, took notes, sent me a follow-up letter, and was called back to the second interview. At the beginning of the second interview, as I was about to start, she said, "Do you mind if I recap what we spoke about at our last interview?" I was blown away. She was hired. Taking notes will not only demonstrate true interest, but it will separate you from the competition. Taking notes is a must. Number 4, ask for the interviewer's email address so that you are in the best position to follow up. A very typical situation might be that you meet someone, even at a networking event,